Hi, Sourcin family. This is Mrs. Arvidsson, Heather Arvidsson. I thought that it might be helpful for you to have me log into Oliver's account and then walk you through some of the most important pieces to get you more familiar with how you can best support Oliver at home. So the first thing is I'm logged in here. You can see over here I'm logged in as Oliver. When you go into courses, you'll see all the classes that he either currently has or that he will have this year. So I'm going to start with the courses that I teach, but they're very similar for other teachers, how they operate. So I'll go into language arts. The first thing that can be helpful is for you to look in the right-hand side under upcoming assignments. Anything that's listed over here is an assignment that either should have been completed in class, and if not, then it would be homework. It's going in the grade book. Under each course, there are folders that are marked with the days that we have school, and then put into a folder for lessons of the week once we finish up the week. At the end of the quarter, after grades are due, then these will go away and we'll start over again, just so it doesn't get too overwhelming for the students. So here we have Thursday, September 16th. And when I click in there, you'll find a couple things that might be helpful. This is the same also for social studies as it is for language arts. We always have a to-do list for the day. So that's a good place to start. Some of this we will have already completed. And some of this may, on occasion, be moved to the next day. But if there is an assignment, you will see it where I showed you on the right-hand side, and I'll show you another place you can look. But these green puzzle pieces are assignments, and also something called a CAMI, which loads worksheets for the students to do. So in the to-do list, you notice that we watched a brain pop video on 9/11. This is something that can be done at home, but a lot of things we complete together in the classroom. We also read the story, The Amazing Boat Rescue. We previewed our vocabulary list. The students have a hard copy of the words with the definitions. And then the homework is the vocabulary practice. So let me show you when someone has an assignment. I know you had asked about how can we tell how many they got correct, if they got any wrong. So when you click on the link, you can see here that Oliver completed this assignment and his score and what time it was completed. And you can view the assessment on the right. So if he had gotten any wrong, this would be, instead of green, it would be red. So that would show up as red. And I can show you another example of what that looks like. So here he got 100%. He was able to see his score up here in the upper right. And you can see here he tried this assignment one time. When you go under test and quiz, it will show you how many attempts Oliver has remaining on an assignment. All of the homework is considered formative work for the students and is only graded at 20%. It's only 20% of their final grade. The summative assignments, anything that would be a final assessment, and this is a little confusing because it says test or quiz. It's just the way Schoology operates. We're not able to put multiple choice things in a format that is just one of the options. So even though this says test or quiz, you'll be able to see when we go into his grade report that this is a formative assignment. So it shows here that Oliver made 1 of 3 attempts, and he still has 2 attempts remaining. So if he didn't get a score that he was happy with, he could go back, look at the material, and take another attempt. At the beginning of the school year, we have many attempts for the students. However, if they only had 2 attempts, let's say, and they didn't do well, all they have to do is come and talk to us, and we can review the material and open up another attempt for them to try and correct those mistakes. So let's go back into the folder. into the language arts folder. Another spot that you can see what the assignments are is if you click on this Hastings Public School. If you go back there, this shows you all of the things that Oliver either has due, might be overdue, or things that are coming up in the future. So these are the 2 social studies assignments that we started today in class, and the vocabulary assignment. So this is completed in the way that you can tell that. You click on it, and we just saw that he got 5 out of 5. If we were to click on this section assignment, you can see that he took this 2 times. We did do all the reading in class and some of these questions together, but you can view the assessment and students can see that if they got one wrong, not to choose that answer again and go back and look. Now, we encourage kids not to rush through to do the reading. When we go under today's assignment, you can see here that these are the links for the students to access the social studies textbook. It's an online textbook. There is a hard copy if that works better for Oliver. It's just that they've made a lot of revisions to the textbook and we don't have the most current text, but it's most chapters are fairly similar, but they can also access the reading here and it can read the passage to them. So if Oliver wants to look at all of his grades in the grade book, he can click under grades and then choose grade report. And then by choosing any of these classes, you can, for instance, if we were to click on language arts, you can see that these are formative assessments. We have not had any summative. And this is a nice place to access assignments that you might want another try at. So for instance, animal idioms. Now this was assigned on September 14th. So before he would just click on this assignment, because it'll bring him right to it, it might be better to click on the folder because there's a video that we watched right here, and he may want to rewatch that before trying another attempt on the questions. So I hope this helps a little bit. The other thing, if we go back to grade report, it'll indicate if there's a missing assignment, and you can get all of these to open up just by clicking these books over here on the side. And I think if I click on social studies, I think there might be a missing assignment. So let me click there. So if there's a missing assignment, the same thing would hold true. You can click right on the assignment, but then again, they're encouraged to go into the folder, do the reading, and then work to complete the questions. Please let me know if you have any other questions. The students have been fantastic, and we try not to overwhelm them too much at the beginning, but pretty soon Oliver will know this really well and feel more confident using Schoology, and hopefully you will too. But again, let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything else I can do to help you when it comes to helping Oliver. Have a great night.